Yes, my viewers and subscribers, welcome to another exciting week of Domino. Yes, but as usual, we have to big up the big man on set, Mr. Floyd Wright, aka Professor himself. Welcome,
Yes,
Professor.
it's Mellache. Yes, man. We got man. Crucial stage.
Yes,
Understand?
in crucial stage. Last week Sunday was excited. The Nagozedan, and Right Stuff match was epic, Professor.
Yes, man. This victory by Nago Head makes Cinderella look like a sad story.
Yes, you see, that's why them always I say, them no play on the day, See,
Yes,
tomorrow,
man.
make sure I yell from early.
Early. Tomorrow say 100% with the Cinderella
100%
story.
Nagozed. From
Yeah.
early tomorrow, I make you know, say she's on Professor, cause she at fear now, Professor.
But- Yes,
You
man.
know,
She know
bro,
it thinks, man.
she hard fear, man. Yeah,
Why
man.
at
Like,
one time I don't think she
I
was.
use.
I don't at one time during the game, boy, you're not a part of the game.
Yes.
I saw sweat drop off tomorrow, the boy, normal man.
Eh?
Yeah.
Should stop wave the Nago head shirt, t-shirt?
Yes. Frag low. I tell you. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Got
Yeah,
through the
man.
whole halftime, through the
Yes,
whole
man.
second half, Nago head
Yes.
t-shirt, waving them, man.
And you know, say
Wave
as a
high.
result of the rain, inside cool. I mean, say tomorrow sweat, man.
The brown in a sweat.
Yes, man. I mean, at one time, I think is not a domino match, it's just a bingo game.
Everybody
the
listen
amount
up for
of
the
sweat.
call.
Now man, the amount of sweat, man.
Okay. Oh, my God. Come tomorrow. Big up yourself, man.
Yes, man.
Yeah. Yellow man now, I need to explain something to him.
Yeah, man. No worry, I hope him come on and think
Yes.
because
Yeah, man, but
we
Sunday was epic, man.
and
Very excited.
and we have to make the listeners know that there was a winner who predicted the score accurately. And this is
Yes.
probably what
Tammy said she did the same thing too, The same thing where Yellow Man said, she said.
yes,
Yeah. This,
real
this,
you
yeah, man.
verify that?
Huh? No, but Tammy no normally give in. She just like give a general opinion, You understand? What she thinks, she just like give a general thing. What you understand? She just said, Nago said I go win by 4 too. And count down.
She said that too?
Yeah, that's what you said too, right, Tammy?
She will put it in, man. She just won't respond.
Definitely.
Not for the
No,
yeah, I know.
yeah, man,
You
we know, man,
understand?
we know. We know you're like a potential sponsor, Tammy. We know you're not
Yes.
going to bid in for it, You're like a potential sponsor. Oh, you never definitely
Well,
quote
why?
how much you're going to win by.
Oh. Oh, you
Oh,
never
you
say
never
count
say
down.
count down.
Yeah,
Okay.
But
Okay.
one person get it totally right, Tommy. So it was going to count down, and it did,
Yes.
and the score was accurately predicted. So that is something that is extraordinary, based on the fact that
Yeah,
it
man.
is
Me
very
need forget,
difficult.
me forget Yellow Man attack, man, because Yellow Man
Yeah,
come like him can see in the future.
yeah, man. Yeah, what borrow your crystal ball?
I forgot give him a talk, Tommy. Because I know how him knows the man with my foot I go down and count down. If you give him a talk, Tommy, what you think?
We
That's
need
not
it, man.
easy to call, you know, Tommy.
No, it's not easy. And you could call the score accurately, but when you say it count
See,
down, you know?
him come on, man. We call him out, Professor.
Yes, well.
Hey, yellow man, greetings, big up. We call you up, but if I ask you a personal question, no, Donovan. Because I want to know how you know that it was going to into countdown and they will win by 4. How you know that? Maybe you know something that we don't.
Probably.
Donovan, you know something that we don't? Because it seems like you come to win this credit every week, you know. Every week.
Is it possible?
Let me tell you, Professor.
Yes, go ahead.
Let me tell you something. You see, next week, if Donovan Davis guess exactly what went to happen next week, we're going to ban him. We're going to take him out of the bidding, out of the challenge. We're going to take him out of the challenge, Professor. And you guess this one, the exact same thing, what going to happen for Sunday coming. Yes,
we give him a one match ban.
A one match ban.
Yes.
But anyway, Donovan, what happened? I made a mistake, but not really a mistake because it's all yours anyway. I did supposed to send $1,000 credit. We're supposed to send $1,000 credit give you for last week. But what happened? And this week now, we're supposed to send you $1,500 worth of credit. But what happened now? I sent the $1,500 first. So you didn't confirm receipt. So you could have just confirm it now if you did receive. I sent $3,500 digital credit to your phone. You could have just confirm receipt. I will still have $1,000 credit in the back for you.
Yes.
So you can just confirm it. Because I sent $3,500 digital, but I didn't get any confirmation.
Well, we could have looked at prior before we start off.
Yes. Okay. Oh, $1,500 was received. Thank you. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for the confirmation. Yes, so we still owe you for the week before the $1,000 credit. All right. Before we go into it, I'm just going to let you watch just a little the intro for some of the persons who didn't watch it or who wasn't there.
And it's all out, so
yes.
You want to sit down and watch some of it, it will be good.
Just the intro part of it. And then maybe if there's any little discussion. So
we can get some water there. See the big side there?
The big side that.
Yeah.
Red, green, and yellow.
Yes, man.
The boss himself.
Which ordered?
My player, this is a professor. YG himself.
Well,
why the man play some unorthodox domino in play now? YG. That's why I win so much game, you know.
Well, in the opportunity Sunday to do so though.
Why it seems as if Bobo and Future Kid they were going at it, man. Professor? Yeah, Bobo just beat table now, Future Kid. And then you have to Bobo again, so like both. Yeah, both of them were going at it.
Well, in the end, I think Bobo get the better of him. got the better of him, so thing. And see Illusion sending Badindan through the ring there.
What you said, Professor?
Just see Illusion sending Badindan through the ring.
Oh, yes.
But Tommy, if you got to tell us about who get the man I match over Nagwed. So Tommy, let us know what's going on there. Because I think it was a team effort though. And I just wanted to get the MVP for Nagwed.
The president of Nagwed.
Oh, who that chat, man? It was Sharpman beat. That Mr. Sharpman beat. Young General.
Hey, the Murphy play some good games too, you know.
Yeah, man, the most of the thing, man. What is
Professor,
that?
count, Professor, count, Professor.
Yeah, man, you can't tell me, man. When the man beat table, man.
How much time you beat the table? How much time you beat the table? How much you get, Tommy? How much time you beat the table there?
When I beat, you can't count, man. It's my time, I'll think, man. I don't know.
52 and 49, I check and get in that, Tommy. I get 49, Tommy.
Well, Tommy now kill the tree.
Yeah, man, we're going to check again. But I get 49.
How much Illusion go?
We're going to check, Tommy. We're going to check because 49 I get.
Wait, then you bring it back too far, it seems.
The man beat the table, Professor. You'd have 452 times. One go. We'll check it, man. We'll check it because some persons get 52, but I get 49. Oh, this is a match now. Oh, need to carry back from the beginning. Sorry. Need to carry back from the beginning.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's the mouse? Not seeing the mouse.
Why C4 just on soup and boy? That's all it's on, man.
Yes. I'm trying to go back to the.
Well, you carry them too far, though.
Yeah, man.
It was close about just after 2 minutes or so.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, there is.
All right, close to here.
Yeah, after about, yeah, I can see it so.
I'm going to let you say right here. All right, we're going to count now, Tommy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49.
No, man. 52.
That.
No, man, 52.
52, you get the Professor? So we get 49 again.
Your job 3 shots. No. Your job, you can't start count late.
Huh?
You start count late.
Yeah?
You started late, yeah.
No, man, I'm going to swim and start. So why am I end up get 49 too? So I'm still end up get 49 and start late?
Because you start after 3.
How much you get, Tommy? You can't talk about Tommy? How much you get?
See there?
52 you get to Donovan Davis?
Yeah. At 52 we get to. You start count late. You start when you go to school, teacher says count after 3. And I just start do count after 3.
Okay. We still have that in my head.
Yes.
It's still
You
at
start, yeah, you start late. Yeah, I'm 53, man. When you start counting down 3 already.
Yes, I see something that man David said.
Yeah, yeah, can't
It's
because
not going to beat it 3 times
52.
already.
Yes,
All right,
yeah,
52 times.
definitely. So all of us can be wrong.
True.
Yeah.
But you just coincidentally, I must start count again, I must still get 49.
Yeah,
But
no
like what you
problem,
say,
man.
you must start count after 3.
A famous politician done say 52 strong can be wrong.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
So let's see.
All right. So let's move on
To the game itself,
the game itself.
the games, rather. What do you think? No,
Hold on,
first.
I'm going to see if I can. Oh, but them the result didn't send out, don't it? They didn't send out any result.
No, not official results, but we knew the end result, so we were there. So that is one of the things,
Yes.
and we'll look at it before we go into the actual discussion regarding the actual playing. The we have looked at a little bit at the administration level. The
Yes.
the atmosphere and so was good. Yeah, I mean the music etc. was good, and the bar to me never run out of anything or so forth. The whole hospitality seems good. There was much in terms of the
So what
outside.
trying to say, JDCA improving.
Yes, but one of the drawbacks though is starting the match quite late. I think that is a dent on off the field issues there, you know. But is
Okay.
we cannot say what it is. But
Well,
for
maybe them do end up watch your weather too. 'Cause I remember it was a rainy
yes,
Sunday too.
yes, as we say, we don't know they are the organizers. But the only drawback is that it's a game that they knew that was going to start, was going to be played at that particular venue from a week out. So probably a better organization should have gone to allow the match that start that late. But most importantly is that the officials or the administrators themselves didn't rush the players to get on with the game or something like that. But
Yeah.
they should not, based on the fact that it's at a critical stage where players need more time. So
Yes. At first, I see them
that
so
is
so
that
so
is that
lenient,
is a plus.
Professor. The officials them so
Um,
lenient.
they,
Professor.
they, yeah, man, they have to. They have to.
Yes.
Yeah, they have to. They have to, based on the fact that
But
it's
sometimes
reached at
I
this
think they are
stage.
double standard though. Because if certain players
Yes,
they don't want to rush certain players.
no,
You understand?
that's why
All
that
right,
is
all right.
the
Let me tell you for
consistency.
instance, and this is what I saw. Um, I saw. I think who was it? I don't want to call the wrong name. I think it was. I think it was either Illusion or World Boss. I'm not sure. But
I think it was
Psalms,
illusion. It wasn't got illusion game. No, not
Psalms is a
illusion.
winning.
Sorry, world
Hold on,
boss.
now. Hold on, us. You know that Psalms is a no nonsense man, right? In always in full of authority. He like to show off his authority through him as the referee. You understand? So what I saw there now, I saw either world boss illusion, I'm not sure where he was standing right around the back there. And the
I think it was
person
world
put
boss
their
game.
hand, the person put their hand across the board and show the other person their hand. And you stand there and
Okay.
saw everything and don't say anything right behind the person, don't say nothing at all. You understand? So I know if it was any other else like ordinary player, anything like that, you would have a problem with it.
Well, sometimes So at times, what usually happens, and this is not, and this goes for any probably any other sports where officiating um um is is that the referee might be standing there, the player didn't see the referee, and when he did that, he realized and draw it back. Sometimes referee don't need to say anything.
Yeah.
Again, you know, at the initial stages, but probably a second time or so forth, they could take actions or talk to that reprimand that player.
No, but knowing that, man, have you put up your visor? Him start complaining. No visor, no visor, none of this, none of that.
Yeah,
Knowing him.
yes, but even the visor thing need to be looked at. They are not very strict on it because we're going
But between
to
me
be
and you
very
doing a
difficult to
professor,
get away
that
visors.
definitely can't stop, you know. The
No, that's what I'm
visor
saying.
thing. Yes.
No, it's difficult to stop because guess what happened? You will not allow what you will do is no bring the game where players are not comfortable of telling what the cards that they have in their hand because their opponents will definitely see that. So that is something that needs to be looked on. I said this a couple of years ago that it needs at least three times to use the visors. You cannot use the visor more than 3 times.
Oh, so you're saying they should pass a rule like that?
Yeah, 3 times. So because one of the most important time at the game is when you have 2 cards. So at the start you can use the visor just in the middle and only when you have 3 cards. You can
Oh, so
ask.
3 times. I just saying 3 times within a single game.
Yes, that's the most you can get. So you cannot ask with less than 3 cards. You cannot go below 3 cards. If you ask below 3 cards, that will like a warning. So you have to have 3 or more. If
Okay.
you have
What you have to say
yes,
about that, Donovan? What you have to say about that? They should
well,
allow you the visor, but allow it 3 times within one game.
yes, yeah, no opponent cannot be below. And the most importantly, you you cannot ask below 3 cards. So what it does, it makes the game interesting because now if you as a person carrying the game can remember those last 3 cards, that mess up if you can't code it. That mess up. You get what I say? So you can't ask below 3 cards. I would put that rule in implement that rule just to make the game more interesting with persons now carrying the game that they if they code after that without the person carrying the game don't know the cards of the cards of his partner. No, they will have to probably say it out of their mouth and give away their code.
Okay.
So not more than 3 times, I would say. And it cannot be low. If you have 2 cards, it constitutes a warning, and 3 times you're out if you're asked below that. If the referee, let's say if the referee called upon you. So
Okay.
that is something that need to be looked at.
Okay. So Tamara, what you have to say about that? Also Donovan said.
Yes. Definitely something needs to be looked at, and Sir Davis do agree with the reasons. It's difficult to stop. It can stop, but it would take something away from the game, because you do at times don't want
Yeah,
your
I like
opponents
what
to
you say,
get that
Professor.
edge,
You
and
have your
it will
partner
benefit
question, you
both
have
teams.
2 domino. You don't really want code, you understand? You really want code
No,
and let
that's
the
what
person
I'm
get the
saying.
code like that.
No, so what to make it more interesting now, you cannot call below 2 cards. So if you have 3 or more to think this. So if you have 3 cards, you cannot put up the visor again. After 3 cards, when you have 3 cards, but after you go below that, you cannot use the visor. I think that's one of the best
No,
way to
no,
go about it.
I don't agree, Professor, with that one.
Yes, man.
I rather you can use a visor when you have like two, three or two cards.
No,
You can use a visor. But
no,
when the game just start, the players need to code, Professor. They need to code.
no. That's why
When the
I'm
game
saying to
just
you.
start.
No, that's why I'm saying to you. It needs 3 times in a game to put up the visor. You and I
Yes, same
said
thing Tom is saying.
not after 3 games.
So
Yeah,
Tommy
twice
is
is
saying
good
the
too,
same
Tommy.
thing, but twice, yes.
Beautiful.
But she's saying the same thing, not after you just draw your hand though.
Well, exactly. So you have 2 times, one there so and not below 3 cards. So you have one. Yes, I would agree with you, Tommy. Good, good. That's why I like that perspective. I was just saying Sheen to be a bit lenient, but 2 is good. So at the start of the game, it's good to you can code. Then you have 1 in the middle of the game and not below 3 cards. So not below 3 cards. So if the player on the opponent on the other side cannot remember the last 3 cards in the hand.
Yeah, man. I think 3 is too much to Donovan. Yeah, twice is good.
No, yeah, man. Yeah, man. 2, I agree with the 2, but not below 3 cards. So you have 3 or more to put up the last visor. So if you can code the last 3 cards, I'm telling you we have. If you want to talk out to your mouth, it's up to you. Our code we have, it's up to you, but you can use a visor. So 2 is I would agree with 2 because at the start you wouldn't definitely want to use visor.
Okay.
Unless so
That's
let's look at
why organizers, it's important for organizers to listen to the people out there. So like a show like this is good for the organizers to watch, you understand? To get what
the other
players thought.
stakeholders.
Yes.
That is important
To get the
because
players them thought and stuff like that.
and the fans and this
And the, and the
the
fans,
spectators
yes.
etc. Because as I said, there are stakeholders, and it only argues well for the competition going forward or competitions going forward.
Yes.
Can we move into the games now, boss?
All right. So let us go into Sowasap versus Shiloh. What was this end score there, Professor?
By 37.
By 37.
Yes.
Yes. We're expecting a better match, a better fight from King Shiloh. Against Sowasap. Right, Professor?
A better in the sense that
more
in terms of
competitive. More competitive says I'm more competitive then.
Yes, because they were competitive for most part. They didn't buy losing by 10 at the halftime interval is not such a bad score at that time. It's just that they would have known to have to come from such a double-digit deficit to win the game, and playing with that against a team like Southside it is always going to be difficult. If it was the other way around now, it would probably look like a 1-point lead to Southside. So
what do you think going wrong there though?
In the game?
Yes. For King Shiloh to lose by so much.
It's just a matter of it's innovative. What you say now? It's something that was just going to be happen. It was destined to be happen. I just don't believe Shiloh and they were probably by looking at it on paper probably a stronger opponent than a Nagoet for argument's sake. Yet, quote unquote, that's on paper. Right? Yes. Now they don't have that, I wouldn't say quality at the end. They are not playing as well as they ought to when it matters in the box. Because remember we had a conversation with concerning this very early out in the competition after about 3 or 4 games. I said that they are the one who probably lost most of the games when in the last 30 or 40 time period there. And so it was going to be very difficult for them to really come up against the best team inside of those in that phase. And it really showed. As long and teams will always panic when they play against Southside because when they go in front, they know it's going to be far more difficult. And if Southside was more it was behind. So
You know what I've noticed, Professor? I don't know why this always happen. You see the players them who normally carry the team to quarterfinals. Those are the players that normally left out of the quarterfinals. Why that always happen?
all right. One of the number one reason for that is Domino is being currently local is being played in a more informal way than a formal way. So I say that to say the game doesn't carry statistics. Go look at that scenario. That's one of the situations. The game doesn't carry statistics, so it's difficult even when they do um, use statistics. It doesn't use in the way that they should. So, for argument's sake, they will always go for the persons who are playing like for 10, 20, 30 years. And the reason for this is because those players continue continues to play throughout the years and give them those opportunities. The younger persons are not given that same opportunity because they they are not, as a result, if they do give
Experience
them,
enough?
yes, no, listen, agree, that's what the captains or the persons who are in charge believe. But first, one of the issues with mental games is that you have to give persons enough confidence to know that they can do well. That is not give the same opportunity is not given to the younger players. And I think this is nothing unique to what is going on now. That has been going on all over the years. And it's probably a saying or a perception that there's no good young domino player, if you understand what I mean. So you have to, because for argument's sake, look at a team like, for instance, Southside, because this is the game we are looking at now. You have a players like Wanda, you can name etc. Michael, etc. They are given opportunities over the years because of their ability. But sometimes they might not turn up on a day. And they are players who are playing well based on form, but didn't get the opportunity. And because it's not structured in a way where those persons are younger persons get the opportunity to play, it's left on a quote unquote perception again about class versus form. So then they would prefer to play a person who believe that they have class over a person who have form, and those persons are usually the persons who carry them to the quarterfinals. And they sit back and look. But it's a perception because the game is not being done in a formal way. The statistics are not properly kept, and so forth. So it's left in a place where the younger player is going to be suffer until till this generation, because a mental game is a physical. Persons can play long enough, and that perception keeps going on from generation to generation, or no, from year to year, or decade to decade. Because if you
Yeah,
look
but
at it,
like what Donovan Davis said, that's not fair for true.
no, it's not.
Because
It's not fair.
me as a young player, and some fellow um peers like me carry the team to quarterfinal, and then in quarterfinal they're going to put in the legends them, the so-called legends them, and then when they put in the so-called legends them now, the team end up lose because that's what always happen, you know. A lot of time the persons them who carry to the quarterfinals don't get in the game, and then the big player them go in and them don't perform like how you expect them to perform.
And sometimes it's not. That is me tell you, this is one of the conception of these are the whole perception of the game. That is why it's not going to be evolve as it ought to. Because you are using the term big player. That thing is based the way we class big player is because they get more game time more than the person the less some other persons. That is what they are doing, That's the only difference, And in a mental game, it needs a lot of confidence, because if you don't, if it's easier to put the younger persons in a state where they feel they are not good enough, and they believe they are not hard, and they believe they are not good enough, and that's not easy to bring them in a mental game. The senior players will know they will always get game, so they can be a bit, what should I say? They don't have to worry about their game, getting game time. So they are more mentally prepared. You should give all players the option of playing. For argument's sake, when at one time I skipped 1 year of playing to captain, and that is because I wanted to know what it's like to feel, felt like to be a captain talking to a player, and vice versa. And the team I was captain had like 70 players, which is like 35 peers. And it's simple. I just look at them and say, I am confident if everybody playing. But guess what? I don't need 35 peers when you reach quarterfinal. So at least 15 peers supposed to go on, dissolve. Because you will be there taking the statistics. Now you will know where to put players. So some players probably have to cheer after a while, or supportive, but they know we'll have to find other partners to see to get that cohesiveness or that chemistry together. That is where it is. So it does need to give all players confidence, but they must ensure that the younger players perform, and when they do, they still play them where it doesn't matter which stage of the commission it is.
Who was the
But
captain for King Shiloh on Sunday?
it was
Was Sunny?
Sunny. Yes, Sunny was the captain.
Okay.
But what Sunny is in an inexperience. It's difficult for a lady to really captain in a man's game. It's not very easy. It's much harder task for her to
We have to say about
captain.
that, Tommy.
Yeah, it's much more difficult,
Yes.
more than the other way around. But kudos to her. She did. I think she did fairly well. It's just that
Yes, because I think at one point Illusion did have Bad Indian Tree Love, and she called Bad Indian and said, Bad Indian, come here. I don't know what she said to him, but you know, Bad Indian escape, win the next game.
Yeah, man. Because all right, and that's a good thing to mention. And that is what enough captains are not doing. I'm going to say this to all, and this is probably can change the entire the how we view the game. And that is why the younger players are not coming through and getting the sort of game time that they needed. They need, because of the captains. Captains are the persons who supposed to be responsible for how the team plays, in terms of even helping them play persons play the game, especially younger players, because they're not giving the younger the young players in terms of age, and the young players in terms of game enough confidence. There are captains who captain a team, and for the whole season they haven't called the player any at all at one, take them aside and talk to them at any stage. And if they do, they say it in a way that doesn't breed a lot of confidence. They call them and say, all right, you're going to this game, prepare their mind mentally. You're going to that table, in a few, just watch it and see where next, so you can go in. I want you to play, look how they play, things like that. And then during the game, probably give them a little reminder about something that you want them to do. And after the game, they do. These are not happening, and that is why you find that if you're not getting a lot of playing time, it's very difficult for you to 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 make that adjustment from a young player into an experienced player. I was a player who get from I know myself getting involved in Domino. I played as much. I hardly was on a person who was on a bench. All teams that I have been in, and it's of late where I tend to I'm very mentally tough. I probably one of the few players I see can play any type of the game, any part of the game. It doesn't matter where the commission is. If it's the opening, the middle, or the end, in the box, anywhere. When the game is far more tougher, I play much better. But one of the situations that I found, even when it was mentally tough, if the captain doesn't give me that boost of confidence, I think probably I might feel that I'm not going to have a good day. If the captain doesn't come to you and talk to you or say, "Boy, you're going to there," I mean, it can have a lot of effect. And although I was one of the most mentally tough players that still plays the game, I still go through a period where I'm not very confident based on how the captain is captain.
Yeah, I remember one night time I think I saw what's his name? What the captain name again?
Keeper.
Oliver. One time I saw Oliver,
Oh.
he would come in and make a shuffle for one of his teammates,
Yeah,
So
it
you
can
have to into the game.
Yeah, you have to captain. I mean, what all players need, if you want players to come through the ranking, what all players need is confidence. That is
But
the
let me ask
biggest
you a
rule.
question though, Professor. On Sunday, was it bad captaincy or like what Donovan said, was they just have a bad day?
That's all. Shiloh?
Shiloh, yes.
No, I think what I'm going to say to you, and I say it often, the team that Sogasap has is going to make less mistakes. That's it. It was simple. So you have to be more mentally prepared knowing this. And I think that is where most teams will lose because they are not mentally prepared for that. Because the team that Sogasap has currently is doing something that no other team is doing, something that most other teams are not doing. It's easy to identify. They are not doing what the other teams are not doing what Sogasap is doing, and that is a big difference.
So
It's
you're
going to be
trying to
difficult to
say
beat.
that then. You're trying to say that, Professor. Maybe the team tried their best, but because WhatsApp is so elite, it makes you like you're not playing any domino.
Yes. So when you reach certain stage when it matters, you have to match that. For argument's sake, when it reach a crucial stage where, for argument's sake, at halftime break you're leading by 10. What I can guarantee you is if C4 was here, probably would have shed some light. What is the game plan? The only game plan first teams have for Sogasap, is to try to reach probably not at this stage or even coming through this is to ask them how they're going to beat Sogasap. One thing they can say, they want to reach a match early and see if they can rack up some score. So the more the other players, for elite players, don't come as yet, and then try to pick advantage. They don't have any game plan. Just ask them. Ask every one of them, the other rest of 19 teams, and tell which game plan they have for Sogasap. None. One they have. They want to come early and make use of opportunity, and the Sogasap may have enough tables and then get games and so forth. They don't have more game plan. I can tell you how to beat them, but it's after the commission finish.
All right, no. But the thing is that it need to show us now because guess what now?
Yes.
In the Portmore League, they're going to separate, right? Because I still
Yes.
heard persons out there calling Sour Classic,
No, man, that's
classic.
yeah. It doesn't
I still
matter.
heard persons calling them so.
No, man, that's
But
going to be.
listen, Professor. Remember, classic in the Portmore League, classic will be entering as classic.
Yes. All right.
Yes, so that means SOASAP going to show us how to beat them then.
All right, let me get an example, and that is how you go. All right, last year against them, in the Portmore League, I never started. I came down like the first period, came out of the ring, and I played the entire game, and I won I won more games more than anybody in the team, on my side and in the overall. I had the game I score. I won the most game in that game. But my mentality was every player is a player for me. That I shouldn't say that. That is weird. So I played freely. So as they come, they I play accordingly. What the other persons are doing is trying to play in players. For say, yeah, because if you take a SOASAP team now, it's very difficult to get around 3 players. Just imagine a player playing 3 of the toughest players from SOASAP as we speak. They are exhausted, even if they are winning, because the games are so challenging. The game, and that is what I'm saying. They will make less mistakes.
Did SOASAP made it to the quarterfinal in Portmore League last season?
No, and that's the first time in about a decade.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That made yeah.
So you're trying to say then SOASAP is just that strong.
Yeah, it's that strong. And as I said before, it has proven. When C4 was on the show and saying that if they finish 8, because it was likely that they would have played SOASAP, right? He said they are going to win the championship. And my response was, you cannot finish 7th or 8th and win the championship. You must finish 6 or less. Remember I said that? You can go back for the tape, I said you have to finish 6 to have a chance. You have to finish 6 or less. So at some stage you will meet either Right Stuff or SOASAP somewhere down in the final. But you cannot finish anywhere there so and make it past it. So you only way you have a chance, you have to make it past the quarterfinal. And it won't be any of those 2 teams. And
Okay.
and so it has shown, yeah.
All right.
But I think
SOASAP,
overall,
tried King Shiloh.
it was a good game. Yeah, man. It was
Yes.
it was overall although the disparity in the scoreline, it was very competitive, especially in the first half. And we made SOASAP made a change that was significant in the game. It was made inadvertently, but it ended up being the game changer because a particular player on SOASAP got A2 and got a draw across.
What you just said, that Tommy said that statement was surely wrong, Professor.
What? Probably not go ahead.
About 7th and 8th.
No,
Okay.
no. I was saying no. It was King Shiloh. It was that Tommy the 6 was that C4 was saying that he's going to win the competition, and I was saying to him that the only way King Shiloh can win the competition now, they cannot finish 7th or 8th. They would have finished 6 or more, to win the competition.
Yeah.
So they would have to beat that.
So that's
Yeah.
I think Tommy, you're saying in general, now, don't necessarily have to be King Shiloh. You're saying any side, you're trying to say any side.
No man.
Right?
King Shiloh was I was referring to C4 himself. Yeah, I was referring to C4 himself. Yes. So it wasn't general. It was that general statement. It was particular King Shiloh and C4. Because you say he is going to win the competition. So I'm saying in order to win the competition, you cannot finish here.
I know you were talking to C4. But all right, say Bama's coming 8th or 7th. You're trying to say Bahamas would have a shot to win? That's
Yes, man. Everybody. Yeah, man. Everybody. No,
maybe it's a general thing.
What C4 was referring to, he's going to win the competition.
Mm-hmm.
He's still going to win the competition, although he was in Dire Straits. So I was saying to him, the only way you can win the competition, you cannot finish 7th or 8th, because the team that you're going to play is those are the teams that you want to meet semi-final and final, not at the quarter-final stage. So you will get a good competitive game in the quarter-final and you win, and now that will boost your game experience going forward. That will give you a boost going for the semi-final and final. But you cannot play not go and play something rise up very well and win. But I don't think King Shiloh would have probably feared against Right Stuff.
Devon Wilson said, which I agree. So what's up with a franchise side?
Are we on them all play? I think that are we on them all play thing there, no? Are we on them all play semi-final, no?
Huh?
I'm not MC though. No, man. Hey.
Yeah, but
let me answer this now.
Look at what the side Sonic play for in Portmore League name again? 4th International. Yeah, 4th International was a Packer side, you know, Professor. At that side they call Packer side.
If Devon was online earlier, one thing I say no. There's we always ignore certain things, you know. It's not Packer side, you know, because if you look on it, we are there are probably about 6 players, and after 6 players, there are very few other players. If you look at the quarterfinal, enough times, when you look at his field, say now a whole heap side, you know, when you look all them playing, you wonder, say, but wait, nobody else can play. Something different. We agree. The door is very important, but that is not the most significant thing. They are probably one of the most, those setup persons are probably one of the most disciplined setup players in the commission ever. And that is what those people are missing out, you know. This is what no people are always looking at, the monetary part of it, and not looking upon one of the most important things. They are probably one of the
Professor. Yeah? When I look at the second half, because this is the second half I was there. When I look at the second half, I don't remember seeing no player from Southside in the ring.
No, that's not true.
Huh? Who was in the ring from Southside?
When you went there, you were videoing. If you look, I'm not going to tell you who. If you look on the thing, you will see it. If you look on the thing, so a player was in the ring. That is where Nani went to know. That is why I tell you where a player was on. So you have to look on that too. You understand what I say? And although, let me tell you this. So my time we have to look at even Sparrow. Sparrow is a source of player basically, you know. Especially for the town league. So you could call it, you know. So that is also important. Yeah, man. Say one to me. Yeah, man. So you have to look at that. Maybe we also have Illusion basically too, in a sense, and Wells. Yeah, man. So we had a few players that it might have looked away because they play for classic, because that's what it go. But we do have source of players in the ring, man. But again, if you look at it, and this is something that we also national, yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was in the ring too. So, but the point is that based on what's happening, because probably the team play up a level of discipline or a few criteria that other teams are not doing. You know, other from the Devon just mentioning about the door. It's far bigger than that. Sometimes. tell me over the years, there are very few teams that are consistent in terms of discipline. That is why you see players like so as up to an extent is a fair amount of discipline. Links. And that is why they are consistently in somewhere about it top 8 at all times. The other team that was coming in and playing
I
and
heard Tommy
without
said
discipline.
something the other day too, Professor. I heard Tommy said something the other day, and I agree with her, with Nagozed. To some extent, Nagozed is a discipline side,
Exactly.
for a poor side.
No, but I said this all the way. But if you check it, Nagozed is on the links, probably have that nearly. And links change over probably the past 2 seasons, last 2 seasons. But Nagozed has been playing together as a unit for the past 3 seasons. The same set of players, even in the little crossy table, they would have the same set of players. So that sort of chemistry or camaraderie is consistently there. So that is one of the differences more than other teams. And this has shown why they have reached this far.
Yes.
Some people that feel, luck, nothing there. Is the
preparation
discipline
of the players, man.
Yes. And one of the things that I knew about Nagozed, they had a little worse situation with them. People are grumbling so they get to play. But if you look now, over the past couple of seasons, something that I've noticed is that not all the persons are calling for games. And one of the significant things that they have done is their captaincy. If you look over the years, I think they have the best example of captaincy over the years. Captaincy is super. I mean, they're putting a lot of work. They only just stand there and some of them as players. I know Maestro is one of the players who are carrying the team now, was a captain at one stage. But you can see the sort of direction they want to go. And it has shown, and I have consistently said on this program for the season that they have been playing together as almost like a one unit. Because if you're looking enough, a lot of players get played outside a certain set of players. And guess what? A lot of the players who are not getting played doesn't feel that way because the side are doing fairly well even if they are not getting played. And that's because of the type of camaraderie the side possess. And I think that it has shown and they deserve to be where they are.
Yes. All right, like we already on Nagozed. I could continue now with Nagozed versus the right stuff. But what right stuff did wrong though, Professor?
They were flat. I think that's the biggest thing that they are flat, and I think they wanted to prove so much, especially in initial stages, that they lost the way they were playing for the rest of for the season. For argument's sake, when I went there, they were leading by 5. They went by 10. I don't know if they went anymore, but when I stand afar and looked, all of a sudden Nagozed get this motivation and start winning games. And within probably about a dozen games, they were probably about.
Maybe it's right stuff get too complacent then.
Yes, it just that they and then when they wanted to step a second gear, they get very indisciplined. And that allowed them to give away points. And you remember, this is something that I said about Nagozed. That's why I know that they were. Although I didn't carry them to win the last game, I knew based on how they were playing, how they played throughout the season, and they had a terrible game against Bull Bay, that was. They wanted to win that badly that they made the mistake, almost a mistake like that, like with Rice Stuff made. So they open up a little too much, just trying to make sure that they advance to the final and don't wait till the last game. So what they did the last game against Cherry Gardens, they played far more disciplined, and they returned the same scoreline, almost identical scoreline they had in the game that they lost. So what catch Rise Up against Bulby was that they were confident still, even though Bulby Nagod was leading by that. They felt that they could just win, doesn't matter what they play. And that was the cardinal mistake. And eventually, what did happen in the latter part of the game is that they have a tendency to give up when they reach a certain stage of the game. Because if they stick together and fight, they might have come out winners. But Nagwed played a very, very great game until just complacency set in the final 30 games, because they didn't allow Rice to get back in the game at no time after going in double figures, and that was key. Even when they were leading 20 after halftime, I think it came to about 10. However, because of the discipline Nagwed possessed in terms of that cohesiveness, they did prevail in the end, and rightly so.
And the cheering by Tamara.
Yeah, man, it was very scared. Even the young skipper panicked. He didn't know what to do, I mean, but to be honest,
was that Buster? That was Buster, right?
Yeah, that is the captain. I don't know the
name. Buster name, right, Tommy?
All right, and let me tell you this.
My skipper good still.
If this game,
my skipper good.
Yes, if this game was lost, they would have blamed the skipper, which wouldn't be the skipper's fault at that stage. I mean, let me tell you, I think they won until 90. They were leading by 19 and 117 to win, something like that. The captain did all the hard work, If your team has experience as a type of unit at this stage, the experienced players leading at that stage should take you home. He don't know his captaincy that much. During that time when the game is going just in the runway there, captaincy is needed less, should be needed less. And it's one of the other things that the teams are not doing. They believe that if they lost that game, the captain is to be blamed. And I think that is where they go wrong, because the hardest part of the game for the captaincy is at the start, in the middle part, and just towards the end. Whereas if he has given them a good lead based on how he was captain, like in this case with Nagwed. It shouldn't reach a stage where it should, because I think he pulled out a few players. I think Tommy was celebrating on the other side, and then he panic. Yeah, man, it's a learning process for him, Tommy, because he thought that at that stage he could have given other players a look in, and then because sometimes that is why it's good as a captain to talk to players, because the player coming in now, you should have spoken to that player or players, letting them know aware of the game situation. I am putting it into play because the game at this stage, but guess what? You still need to take it very seriously. And that is probably one of the things. Sometimes if a player is out there, you put him in at that stage. Sometimes they are not enthused to play because of the situation, because they are saying the captain giving them game when that amount of game left, whether they are winning or losing. Because some of the players who have been going for Rice off just going because they're going sick, and when they look, they realize they have a chance and they make a dash for it. That's the same thing. I can remember the game against Sawasap. That's what they did. After 50 games, they gave up, When 50 games, Sawasap needed about 50 games to win. So Rice off gave up and eventually lost the game. They were in the game, went to double figures, and they lost the game in single digits. Because they felt that after a certain amount of players came out of the ring. That was it for them. You know? And I think that's because if you look at it as much as Rice of was playing well, they rely on about 4 or 5 pairs, and none of those players really stood out on Sunday. So that is one of the areas to look in going forward in terms of how a captain the game and so forth. But I think the Nagod captain did a very good job. Whether or not he got help, because suggestions are always good and you can look at it and make a
One Jetson, big up One Jetson. Big up yourself. Welcome. Missy Bert, you're late, man. Welcome, Missy Bert.
Yeah, man. But
yes, Professor. But Nagazet seems like they have a rounded team now, you know. A rounded team. Because Mongrel performed well. Sharp Bars played well. You understand? You have Manuel, no, Maestro. You understand?
Pacha Gray come put in fame thing, but it's a good team. I mean, the unit is good. Yeah, he's probably one of the most that's not on strange. He's one of the most consistent players ever since Anwem. He's one of the most consistent players there, easily. No question about it. He will always have a good game. Probably I would say Shot Boss earlier probably have seasons more than seasons, but he hardly have bad seasons. You know, he always put in his worth somewhere along the line. And he tends to know what is required of a team. Probably he's a real leader of that team.
Yeah, Mongrel did bite on Sunday.
Yeah, man, Mongrel is a classic player too. It's just that he tends to be a little bit inconsistent more at times. You know, tend to I think play a little bit open. And however, he's a solid player, and if he's getting his game time, he will perform.
Yes.
The team was exceptional, I believe.
Yes. Why you said that, Tommy? One team against the world of domino. Why you said that?
And that is not really true, you know. I think the team now where everybody the one team everybody against is Source Up. You can't tell you that when
not so a classic, not so a classic, you know. So what's up?
So what's up?
Because let me tell you what happened, Professor. What other teams are thinking. You see, because of the help of the other players, it's when so what's up is so what's up now. Other teams tend to say, all right, they might take it back on here, you know, and so what's up, you know, Professor. You know, well, that's it, you know.
Let's
see. When you don't have any help, man, I'm sorry, what look what we're going to do to so what's up. We're going to beat them without the help.
Yeah, man, I saw it all, man.
Yes.
It teams now. Well, they can do, but because remember, you know, as I said, only last year, so what's up for the past about decade, so what's up has made the top 8. You know, and there were a lot of good signs with that. It just one over the years, just one situation with so up now is that the base of the team don't have a lot of persons in a geographical location. And I think that is one of our for a community-based club. I think that is one of the downfall of the team, because the team doesn't have enough players they can depend on in a geographical location. But other from that, I think they have what should I say, get to most of the objectives that they started out. They have met most of the objectives that they started out to get. I think that is one of the
Donovan Davis said. That's man, him did bite on Sunday, man. Mongrel is a monster player. I recall one season when we were at Line 3. He and myself damaged St. Joseph in Portmore League.
Yeah, man. For me, Mongrel is a
Young
player
time
that
Mongrel play then, man.
yeah, man. He's always a player to me. He need confidence to play. I think my greatest thing with him is that he tends to not being so confident. Whereas if he believes he should get a little bit more game time. And from that, he is when he's playing, he can make a lot of difference. But him capable, man.
Yeah. But come to think of it though, Tommy. I don't know if my memory serves me right. I don't remember seeing no young players on Nagazet. No young players upon Nagazet team, Professor?
Young, like how you mean in terms of player age?
Age wise, really. You know, like they have a Bobby Six and them a groom a Bobby Six and stuff like that. Yeah. They have a pedo and you know, some young players. I don't remember seeing a young players on Nagazet team.
Well, not Tommy can't able to answer that. I haven't seen many, but this game always needs a little bit of experience, you know. And I think probably they are relying on that and so forth because the perception of all persons think about the game is that if
Okay.
if the quality, if the young person, for argument's sake, is in a team and they are not
Young
getting
and vibrant.
are yes, but for argument's sake, if they feel they are good enough, they tend to be a little bit exuberant, display some exuberance there, and tend to believe that they can dominate the bigger players, the players who are playing the game long time. And this is one of the situation. And guess what? In this game, if you look at it, if you're a young player and tend to be a bit hype, more than your ordinary, you are going to be targeted, and your career will take a downturn. So you have to be cagey as a young player. That's why the other young players are not coming through, because they need to be modest. One of the things that with young general, and that is why probably he's playing fairly well, is that him tend to he's a player
Humble
probably
man. He can play and he's humble.
no he's I would say fairly humble for most parts.
Yeah.
And that is what I think that a player should do. When I was came in, I was a very good I was playing the game. When I come to Portmore League to play, I was put in a team that was a big capable unit. And when I came in, I was an humble player, getting the games, winning. But guess what? Because I was not the person that they knew of prior, they would limit my game time. But I always play well. So I was a player who was expressive, you know, especially toward crowds. And as a result, I conserve. That is why I go on that's why one of the reasons why I fly on the radar, you know, and do a lot of damage. Other person say, oh, Prof might be a good domino player. Or they don't know about me, but I have done a lot of damage in this game secretly. You know, so what I said it to say, young players need to do that too. They need to fly under the radar a little bit, do what they have to do, and they will get better results, and they will be forced to reckon with from other persons. Because when you tend to be a little bit exuberant as young players, you are being targeted, and that doesn't augur well for you.
Yes, Frederick Masada. Big up yourself, Frederick. Welcome.
But
yes,
before we move on to the upcoming games, we want to congratulate the two semi-finalists so far. And we look forward now to to see what the other semi-final,
But,
that the
but,
other
but Prof,
quarterfinal look like.
it's really hard, Prof, to be dominating all the preliminaries, and when it matters most, you lose with the right stuff. It's very hard,
Yes, this reminds me so much of Eagle View when I was at Radication. We finished 8. Eagle View lost 1 game. And I remember that I was playing at that time to just come in the game and playing on my own. And when we reach the quarterfinal, them say, you know, we're not gonna play a lot of players, so you have to go team up with somebody, I think Carl Price play against Eagle View, lost only one game. Think about the same amount of teams during the competition. And we beat them. We chased them all day and catch them with about 13 games to go and beat them in countdown.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that persons need to look and know, say, one of the things that, let me tell you something. We were, hear the trick. And this is something that a lot of persons have to learn. When Southern was coming in competition, we were playing very hard to reach the quarterfinal. We were playing to be. We know it's going to be very difficult, but we were just playing. We say, yeah, man, we want to reach quarterfinal, but we don't know how to reach it. We have to pencil out that thing and say, here, what you do? Target certain games, assess certain things. I used to assess the teams them and pick off them one by one. Why do the things we say on a reason? The only way you can win the commission is to reach the knockout stage. No matter if you finish last, if you finish on the eighth team and you play the first team we dominate, it doesn't matter. Everything gone through the door. Everything what you do, for instance, in any case, like if someone's up with the dominate or rise up, as you mentioned, it doesn't matter what they did in the preliminaries, because the most important stage, they don't have a second chance. I like saying them all lose and get back a chance. No, for you lose, you're out. And that is where we program our mind. And now making the quarterfinals is getting comfortable for the team. That's from my experience I'm talking about. So now teams have to do that now if they want to be a force to reckon with. Not go ahead. I think they wasn't scared of the occasion because they knew they still had the unit to go further. And I think and they are playing as team, because right now probably the 4 teams or the 3 teams in the competition really is probably Nugget, Soursop, and Lynx. Probably those are the and to some extent right stuff. Probably those are the real teams in the competition. They are clubs. Some other clubs are just are some other clubs, go use them clubs in the commission are teams. They put something together and so forth. So that need to be addressed. If teams want to do well, yeah, they need to think that. Yes, Frederick. Where did they when Sundance when I went there, Sundance Skins was there. Say,
I'm Fox.
Yeah, man, and Guy Fox always there. Guy Fox Club basically. Yeah, man, when Sundance Skins, I spent 2 years with Sundance Skins there before he left for ride stuff. Yeah, man. Yes, man. So the teams need to be more confident when they are in the competition, and don't believe that they are not good enough to reach it the last 8, so they have a chance.
All right, so Goodwin, now go ahead and so what's up?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll try right stuff and King Shiloh.
And I have a little also rich against the organizers. I think they should not have, for me, I think they should not have played the number 1 and 2 seeds on the same day. I think they should have played the number 1 seed with the team that they are meeting or the number 2 seed with the team that they are meeting in the semifinal on one match day. I think, yeah, I mean, it's not a real indictment on the organizers not doing it, but I believe that's probably the best way to go. Teams that are playing in the semifinal should have been playing on one day, and so forth. But
it's time,
again,
man.
it's not such a big deal,
Professor.
but that is my thoughts.
I think it's time. Maybe we can look at it next year. I think it's time, man. Time against them.
You do what? Normally easy, man. No time against them. It's easy. Remember, say
and then next thing now. And the next thing, they have to think about the venue, the cost of the venue and stuff like that.
No, this is what I'm saying, you know. Soursop and Rice of play on the same day. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, yes. So Soursop should have been playing this Sun and Sunday gone. Rice of should have played the coming Sunday. The number 1 and 2 seeds should have been playing on the same day. That's my thing, and for most part, that's how enough competition does it, and it gives a little bit of contrast in viewership.
Understand.
Yeah.
So maybe Soursop and King Shiloh, and I could be like Links and Central could have played the same day, and put right stuff for next week.
Yes. So you already know. So for argument's sake, Bull Bay and Blade should have been played on the same day. If it's Soursop play King Shiloh, Bull Bay and Blades play on that day. So the teams. Yeah, man. Yes, Frederick. Yeah, man. Same way. Predicts have a good team. I'm telling you, man. We reach our final to man and lose.
Yeah. All right. So let us go into the predictions. All right.
Yes.
Remember my people.
Johnny Tex, look out, you know. Johnny Tex.
Yes.
Johnny Tex.
Johnny Tex, let's say you're pack aside, you have Professor. You keep on saying that. Pack aside.
Get a little whipping the other day.
All right. Remember my people, my viewers, please send in your prediction.
Nice one.
You get
Science.
Oh, science man there. Yeah. Science. Why that last piece of that video, man? It's really science, maestro, Dan. That's really a science, that man.
Can't believe you not get man eye match. Make sure to take you for any man.
Yeah. Because at one point, every minute me hear science, you know, man. Science, every minute me hear science.
I think I have Admiral over there now.
Science again. All right. So send in your prediction. Last week we know was Donovan Davis. He won himself $1,500 worth of credit because in predict, boy, Donovan should have really end up and get more than $1,500. And I'm not in the line, man. Because the man predict said Nago said I'm gonna win by 4. I'm also predict said I'll go down in a countdown.
Which is much harder to do.
What a man, good man. What a man, great.
Boy, I tell you, if thing they that take bet, if Supreme Ventures that take bet, boy, I tell you.
Yes.
All the way to the bank in smiling, man.
All the way. Yes. Tommy, never remind me. Never remind me, Tommy.
Yeah.
Never remind me. You have to remind me, Tommy. Remember, I don't have money like that, you know, Tommy. But well deserved $1,500 no Donovan Davis. Well deserved. Can't complain. Forget that $1,500 credit. Yeah, man. Well deserved.
And we have to big up. We say we'll put Henry on the line, and we say I'll Dwayne
Henry.
Yes, he's supposed to fly down for the game that coming up, you know. One of them was previewed first. I save it for last. Go save it for last, man.
Why?
Go and
Links.
participate.
You know what we should have done, Professor?
Yes.
Have like a pre-mortem thing.
Yeah, man, I know you're a sniper, man.
So we should have like somebody from Links and somebody from Central. Should have them on the show, man. We should have Lazap on the show.
No, man, we have sniper up on the show already, you know, so we're good.
Yes, so next week's going to be epic again.
We
have Blades versus Bull Bay.
Yes.
And
who are you kicking off with now? Blades?
Huh?
We're kicking off with Blades and Bull Bay or Links and Central?
Man, we can't kick off with Blades and Bull Bay, man. What do you think about that match?
Yeah, because what on before we're going to further because we have to see if the and see if the fight can book by the time we're done. The flight can book.
Yes, maybe Sniper. I think Sniper's supposed in Jamaica here. I think Sniper in Jamaica, you know.
Yeah? Repeat?
Sniper, you know, you're still in Jamaica, Sniper. I think Sniper's supposed still in Jamaica, you know.
No, man. Boy. Oh, you're coming on for your final.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're just going to play a couple of preliminaries and cut back out. Yeah. They say I come down for the finals. Mine, you're making a prediction there, Professor.
Yeah, man.
All right. We have Blades, Bull Bay and Blades. What have you say about that match, Professor?
Well, that match is somewhat going to be competitive. It's going to be competitive. When they first met, the game didn't finish in a day. There was some game was some dispute, which the organizers did play on a different day, and Blades, I think, suffered their second defeat, I think, in that encounter, or their third. And Bull Bay, one of the inconsistent teams for the season. They were expected to make the top 8, and they did. Not very comfortable, but they one of the things that went for them is that they played the teams that would have given them trouble. Most of the teams that would have given them the hard task of making it in the first round. So in the second half of the competition, they had some of the easier teams. It wasn't so far for Blades. They played all the easier teams. And I think this is the first time in history I see one team get 10 games that they were the type of team they have. They should not have lost a game. And they certainly made use of it. And I predicted that they will not lose more than 5 games for the second half of the season. They lost 6, and one of those 6 was based on technicality. So it's based on what is going on for Blades in the last couple of games. It's difficult for me to carry them coming in, but they still have the team to do well. And making the top 8 as much as they had some easy teams in the first stage, the competition, they are deserving to be there because they did play their hard. But Bull Bay now with a good aggregation and experienced team should get this one home. And I believe, based on how we're looking at it, Bull Bay win by about 18. Just looking at that, and by looking at how both teams match up, I just believe that somewhere about bordering on the 20 line barrier there, this victory will go for Bull Bay. And I don't like to sit on fences. They do have the team to pull off the victory, and it wouldn't be a massive upset either if they win. Like how they not go with right soft game. But Blades, believe, would play second figure to Bulby in this encounter.
Yes, Frederick Massad, I think so too. Bulby and Blades unpredictable. Yes, so this is going to be a very good
Yes,
match.
it is very difficult to come.
Yeah,
It's going to be a
very difficult
competitive
to
match.
call.
It's just that I just believe that the sort of all the games going to be played. Bulby just have, I believe, have those sort of players to deal with that occasion a little bit more than Blades. I think that is where it's going to make a difference.
Yes. Yes, Blades have experience on their side. Yes. Donovan Davis, links by 23. Mr. Donovan Davis. If you have predict one more correct Donovan Davis, we have to go ban you. From enter. I've got ban from enter. You're too skilled, man. You're too good at it. All right. Maestro Dan said links by 22. Davis said links by 23.
Yeah, but we not reach links yet. We want to.
Yeah.
So you know, will be a
Hold on.
prediction. It's
Yeah,
kind of
Davis,
must add up
man.
call.
That,
As I say,
Maestro Dan said Bull by 15. And Devon Brown said Blade by 25. So the predictions are coming in, Professor.
yes.
Predictions are
And
coming in. But at the rate how it's going, somebody have to win.
yes,
Because
because
everybody giving a different score.
listen, because let me tell you, this is a contrasting matchup, because one of the teams is in better form coming in the home stretch to the last 8, and one not so in such good form in coming in the home stretch. So it's with that, I would have to go with Bull Bay, who have a better win ratio than Blades, and it's unfortunate when you most persons wouldn't carry a team that falters at closer to the end when it matters most. You know, it doesn't sit well for you, persons looking in, because consistency will be very important when at that stage. As we have said, Bull Blink think they have the experience, but they just might not have the players who will make a lot of difference when it matters most. They
Yeah,
have
man,
some.
that's what Sniper said, Donovan Davis. He's not going to make it. But yet still him said Central going to win by 18. So imagine if he was here. If Central going to win by 18 and he's not here. So imagine if he was here. Yes, Tommy said
I
true
predict
crop.
we come down to
That is why the future for that team is sweeter.
yes, definitely. So Bull be still getting something, you know. So as far as we see, Blades not so sharp in based on what we see things going on here.
Most would be. But for these last couple of matches doing up, Bulby hasn't been performing doing a Professor.
No, but they have been performing better than
Blades?
yeah, in the win column. They might not be performing as so much as
As expected.
yes, but they are better in the win column than Blades.
Okay. All right. So it's a prof. Would be about 18, you say, right? Right, prof?
Yes, will be by 18.
Okay. Well, we have a Devon Brown said Blade by 25. All right. So moving on diligently. Links versus Central. Another big match. Because Central coming for Links this time around, Prof. What do you have to say about that match?
Links are confident of this victory. They are very confident. I believe they based on what they are seeing and what their previous encounter, where they blew away Central, they are quite confident. And in with that stand, as far as I am aware, the overseas based players won't be trying to make this trip because says that Links already have a showing based on that. So they are waiting on the semifinals. That's how confident Links team is at the moment. Central now on the other hand is somewhat of a team. They might just find themselves like Nagoet perform. They might not win, but I believe they will put up a good fight and trying to prove the pundits and the spectators, the neutral spectators and the spectators of Central, that they can really do it. It's very difficult for Central to win this game because Links usually put away these teams. So for once, I think Links will have an easy passage to the semi-final. For me, I think out of all the teams that played the last 8, for me, I think Central probably came in with the least amount of chance to go beyond the quarterfinal, and the game might just end up be that way. I would say Links probably by about 25 by look of things.
Okay. So Donovan Davis said Bull Bay by 12, Links by 23. But come think of it, Sniper, are you alone to Central, You're alone to Central, my brother.
Want some more Central people. Everybody are move north and south, but they not say Central.
Nobody not say Central at all.
Not say Central. But
So Tommy, I'm gonna hear Tommy mention anything. Who you bringing, Tommy? Central or Links? Or Bull Bay or Blades? I know you're not up for grabs, but you can send me the prediction too. You can tell us which side you're bringing.
yeah.
Yeah, man, Nagas is a big side, man. Well rounded. But Professor, going into the Portmore League, Nagas have to refuse some players, What players are going to Nagas head now, Yes, man. Nagas have to refuse players, man. What players are going to Nagas head? It's a based on stats, Links. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we Blades match now, Tommy. Yeah, man, it's impossible on the day, man. Domino play on the day.
Tell that to right stuff.
Central might pull off on Nagas head. Yeah. Pull off on Nagas head. Like pull off one pan right stuff. Central might do the same.
Well,
but go down into the box too.
The Central players were watching, so they're supposed to take a page with a Nagoet book.
Yeah. So snap out of in Jamaica too, man. You have to end up in Jamaica helping the side, man.
But Central team is they do play well, and they have something that is key more than any other team in the competition, is that they have beaten Soursop, the only team that can boast that they have beaten Soursop.
And them have a vibes too, you know.
And that is a good thing.
Vibes.
Because since that is the first game, and since that Soursop hasn't lost a game. So it seems like this final could have, we'll see probably a Central and Soursop. What you say, you?
A Central and Soursop. This could play as a final.
Yes, that is a dream final, you know. Give me your thoughts now. Give me your thoughts now in the box there. Where's the sniper? Where's about this?
Yeah.
Central Soursop. And Soursop now would have the record now for beat every team in the company.
Let me tell you something, Professor. In both Portmore League and JDCA League, it's hard to call a finals without links, you know.
Yes, definitely. Anything.
It's very hard to call a finals without links.
What I can tell you, links have made every mid-season final since the exception of it, you know.
Yeah.
You never know that. There's no mid-season from links exist. Even before there was links, Spitfire, they have made every mid-season final. So that to show you how dominant they are.
It could be true, Donovan Davis, because he was here the other day, you know. Remember, he was here the other day. Less than about a month or less than a month ago.
Philip Shiloh.
And Bombers. Look, but you know, sniper for Bombers.
Yeah. Wait. I noticed something. If you notice something, you know.
Yes.
You realize, you know, see a certain there are almost every team is represented here except one team, you know. What do you think is going on?
Yeah, which team? Bull Bay?
Bull Bay, listen, man, we not participate.
Oh, yeah, man, come on, a lot of time. Trish supposed to listen, you know.
Yeah,
Trish
man.
Trish. I say, I don't like Bull Bay. I'm never say nothing bad about Bull Bay yet, you know.
To Noel and so Brad, wait. But I'm not seeing nobody from Shiloh, man, because I want to hear what's going on.
Oh, no, man. Sonic, I listen here, man.
Sonic, come here, man.
Sonic, maybe this year listen.
Oh, probably Sonic.
All right. Remember to send in your prediction. Remember to click like on the video, my people. Yes. Remember, Mellache TV. It can't happen without you, you know. So please remember to click like on the video. Yes, and one of the reasons why we aired tonight is because tomorrow my dear friend professor is not going to be able, not convenient for him tomorrow. And also Jamaica play tomorrow, right, Professor?
Yes, man.
Yes, Jamaica will be playing tomorrow, so I don't want to compete with that.
No, because they say the persons for them, so they're going to the game, so they want it brought forward, so they can't afford can't watch 2 games at once, you know.
Yes, so that's why. So next week we go back to your original Thursday.
Maestro, you hear you, man? How much bully? Maestro, I just want what's the exact score again? Right, so for the B, I think about 30. The first game, the preliminary game. How that went?
Okay, so please remember to click like on the video again, my people. All right. We have come to the end. Tonight was a very vibrant
interactive
program.
night.
Yes.
It's by 22.
22.
Oh, 22. Yes. Oh. So
all right. I will know.
So it's 1-2. So what is now, no? If they beat them by 22, so Tommy then just added 2 and 2. 2 plus 2 are what? 4. In Mellache?
Yes. So the 4 was
Yeah,
destined.
so yeah, the 4 was destined. Love that, man. It's a statistics game, you know. So somewhere along the line, you have to work on that.
Yes. All right. Any new business, Professor?
No, FC4, I'm not keeping attuned to what's going on so much on the domino world, but I know the Western League supposed to make some adjustment in their league, and I know where the thing's supposed to reach at the quarterfinal stage now, isn't it, Mellache? They cross the table.
Well, all right. I'm going to give you the standings first. So, in the Pecos Corner League, across the table, the standings, World Boss, Strike Force in first place, Assassin in second place, Clark's Lane in third place, D-Side in fourth place, Pecos Strike Force is in fifth place, Tropical Rhythm sixth place. Then you have Unity, Survival, Stars, Archive, Dallas, Little Force, Unique Warriors, and Computer. All right, so I'm going to give you the format.
Yes, go on.
The format for quarterfinal. So the format is 1 going to verse 8, 2 verse 7, and 3 verse 6, and 4 verse 5. So in the quarterfinals, they're playing to 100 in the quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. So in the semifinals, the winner of 1 versus 8 going to play the winner of 4 versus 5. And semifinals 2, they have 2 semifinals. Semifinal 2, the winner of 2 versus 7. When versus the winner of 3 versus 6. And that's 120 games. I know the finals is 150 games they're going to play too.
What? Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Yes. So the Pecos League heating up, going on fine. But the thing is that now I wonder if them decide on a date, Professor, with the Western League and the finals. Because when it's our finals, when it's JDCA finals, it's going to be semifinals for the Western League or our Corner League.
The Western League.
The Western League. Mm-hmm. Yes, there's a clash there.
And the Portmore League will be starting somewhere about the 8th or something like that, the first week.
Yes, the Western League. Yes, in December.
Yes.
Yes, everybody gearing up for that. So Western League.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know as usual. Time counting down. Mellache TV cookout. Maestro Dan. I look at support from you, Maestro Dan. Yeah, man. Yeah. Science.
Yeah, can we get a good endorse?
My flyer going around. My cookout flyer. It's in January 24th. So I have to keep reminding you guys, because
if
we're all getting whole. So we don't have certain things on our brain.
Yeah.
Yes, so Frederick Mesado, If you can't give me a strength, give me that TV a strength to can't give me a strength.
And sniper too. Sniper can't
Yeah,
think that.
man, we just mentioned
Him
the sniper. So if you're not your sniper, you still can send your support.
Yeah, you have to fly down for down.
Yeah, you have to fly down for no jerk chicken or jerk pork.
Well, you can come for the mud Sunday.
Your Frederick Messado says,
because they say, come here, big
sniper come.
They say sniper come, because Bobby a money time, you know. They say Bobby a come. They say if him come down, Bobby will come down too.
Oh man, I think Bobby will come till maybe finals, man. Semi-final, final.
Oh,
I come semi-final, because I know.
You know, some will get around thing there. Yes, it's a
like I'm telling you, Professor, it's hard to bet against Lynx, you know.
And
that Lynx can't lose, but it's hard to bet against Lynx.
And Tyan and Mali Tyan, I was supposed to come down to a sniper come. That me know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that sniper. If you come down, Tyan, I come.
Yeah, man. Tyan.
All right. My people. Lyndon McCullough just arriving. The sniper now wasting time and in plain fear. Mr. Dwayne Henry, you heard that? All right. I've come to the end of another program. Yes.
To Linda.
Huh?
No, Linda, I say, comes in. Boy, look hard for him out of the quarterfinal. Cherry guard, man. I think I take him place.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm saying he was listening, man. Lyndon, big up yourself, my general.
Yeah, man.
Yes. So, remember, so you still can send in your predictions. So, persons, late listeners, persons who are going to listen afterwards, you still can send in your prediction. Yes. So, I think going to the semifinals as well. We've got up the stage, Professor.
Yes, man. They're the most.
And finals a bigger stake. All right. So good luck, my viewers. Are they just joining us?
You know, some go say, why, man, just a roll up by the street. Why I tell you? Why are they missing?
Upset? Yeah. Are the dimensions not gonna say they're gonna win, don't it?
You're supposed to. Yes, I think so, you know.
Yes. But Donovan Davis hit the nail on the head, man. He was right on point. Donovan Davis can see into the future.
And Soldier, why we don't know. Just see what you can do. Because everybody are trying to win.
Yes. All right. So see you guys next week, Thursday. So tune in. And thanks for tuning in tonight. All right. Bye, Professor.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I respect Mellache.